Chapter 2 Blood on the Doorstep. Desperado is a Wild West-style tabletop RPG set in an alternate universe. The people of this world are populating a landmass similar to America, named Libertaris. Society in this land is slightly adjacent to America from about 1870 to 1910. The majority of Libertaris is comprised of a large open expanse of grasslands and desert called the Plains, interrupted occasionally by hills, rock formations, and creeks or rivers. The Plains are sparsely populated, and only the toughest and most rugged of individuals will even attempt to live out west of the cities. Small towns dot the Plains, usually a cluster of buildings necessary for survival in society, with a dusting of ranches and farms in the areas nearby. The large amounts of undeveloped land, combined with the lack of lawkeepers, makes this a perfect storm for bandits and ne'er-do-wells to inflict suffering on those trying to make a living in the harsh landscape. Okay, so we open on the group, each standing at the teller windows of an unfamiliar bank. You guys are each standing straight up, deliberately not looking back. The tellers at the windows are terrified, paralyzed with fear, eyes locked on you guys. And one by one, you guys draw your guns, hold them to your chests so that no one behind you can see. One of the tellers lets out a whimper and then whispers, "I ain't never been robbed before." Another teller looks at them and says in a low voice, "Just play along and we won't get hurt." Flash back to a meeting that you guys had with the ambassador to the sponsor. He is mid-sentence explaining a job. He says, "These men have been robbing banks all along the south and seem to be heading this way. There's one more town along the way, quite small, about the size of Fremont. The sheriff has only 2 guards with her, not enough to fight off a robbery from this gang. The sponsor has promised your aid in the hopes we may stop the men from getting all the way to Fremont. You 3 will be staying in town for a few days. The sheriff has agreed to have a guard waiting outside town to see when the men arrive and warn them. When the men ride into town, you'll be lying in wait at the bank, ready for them to come in, where you'll surprise them and take them out. They won't see it coming." So now we flash back to the bank. You guys standing there unmoving, undeterred, when all of a sudden the bank doors fly open and a man shouts, "All right, this is a good old-fashioned robbery. Bank folks, stand against the wall with your hands up. Everyone else get down on the ground, hands where we can see them." The tellers glance at you guys and then duck behind the counters. And we're going to have everybody get into initiative. Starting this one out right in the middle of action.
5.
Edda, roll your initiative.
4.
Okay, so it looks like we got Jed, Sam, then Edda. And you guys are going to get a surprise round since this guy thinks that you guys are just people in the bank. First, can you guys tell me what weapons you would be holding? Start with Jed.
I would have my Silver Star Model A.
Okay. Classic. Sam?
I would have the Solomon Brown Bear.
Okay. Very cool. Edda?
I would also have both of my Silver Star Model A's.
We're going to start with just everybody. I'm assuming everybody just spins around, gun aimed, and you see 3 men standing just inside the doorway with their guns in the air. The leader is holding a pistol. One of them is holding what looks like a double-barreled shotgun, and one of them is holding a 2-barreled rifle. So we're going to start with Jed. What would you like to do? There are 3 men holding guns just in front of you.
Okay. I aim at the shotgun guy first.
Okay, that's a good choice. So at this close range, you will be making 1 aim check to hit and 1 accuracy check.
So my aim was a 4. My accuracy, is that 1d4? Also a 4.
Okay. Do you want to make more aim checks to try to kill him dead?
Absolutely.
All right, so you're going to have to get 3 or more to deal any critical damage. How much are you going to do?
I'll do 4. I assume, surely this is a new day, so we have our lock redone.
Yes, yeah. This is a new day. Everything is refreshed. Edda, your health is back up by now as well.
Fully up, or how many days have passed?
Yeah, your constitution is fully healed up.
Okay, awesome.
We'll say this is like maybe a week into your employment.
Okay.
All right, I rolled 1-1 within the 4, so I'm gonna use 1 luck to negate that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
That is the first shot.
And so you do 2 damage to the first guy?
Yes.
Okay. So that drops him. That hits him right in the chest and he crumples to the ground. And so now there are 2 more people, the guy with the pistol and the guy with the rifle. How many action points do you have now?
With a double action that only costed 1 and I have 5.
Okay, well. Go ahead.
Those
Alright,
silver
so
stars are great, aren't they?
yeah, next to the
Mhm.
rifleman.
Alright.
Dual barrel rifle. My aim is a 1. So I'm just gonna take that as a miss.
Okay.
Fire again. There, that's a 2. And then for accuracy, another 2.
Okay.
So then I'm gonna roll 4d6, and they all hit. So that's
Perfect.
for that.
That's 2 critical damage.
Yep.
This guy, he looks like he's about to fall. Like he stumbles, but he's barely holding on.
Okay, I'll pump another one into him.
Okay.
Try to anyway. That's a 2, and for the accuracy, a 4. So let's do 3d6 to try to do 1, and they are all successful.
With the finishing shot there, he falls backward against the wall and slides to the ground, leaving a trail of blood. There's 1 more person.
So that's 4 shots. I got 5 points, so I was gonna blast 1 more at this
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
guy. Got a 2 and a 1. I don't want to use all my luck at the beginning of the day.
That's fair. Okay. All right. So he left someone for you guys. Sam, it is your turn. So just keep in mind, Khalil, you do not have to use both barrels on him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can.
But I'm not here and I shouldn't.
Okay, then let me rephrase that. You shouldn't.
Oh, okay.
You're gonna burn through shotgun shells so fast if you fire 2 every time.
Why not?
Okay.
How-
You know what?
how-
Go ahead.
The counter is about 5 feet, right? Like, how close are
Oh,
we?
they are like about 8 feet away, I'd say.
Okay. So then,
The last guy that's remaining is about 10 feet away.
okay. So then the spread would be 1d2, right? Spread
Yes.
increased every 5.
Hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and fire a shot at him. So I got a 4.
Okay. Do you want to deal critical damage?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, with this, you basically just have to deal 1 critical damage, and it's pretty unlikely he'll survive. So how much critical damage do you want to deal?
2.
Okay. Because all you have to do is just deal 1, and then you'll get like 3 or 4 extra from the shotgun.
I just want to make sure this guy's dead.
One critical damage would make sure it's basically
Well,
unsurvivable.
let's just
Okay.
do 2.
Just straight to the chest. All right.
Okay. Got a 1.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Do you want to spend a luck point?
No, I'm not gonna. It's too early. It's too early in the morning for this shit. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Lux can finish it off.
Well, you have more action points. You can fire again.
No, I'm not interested in firing again.
Oh. Okay. Lux, your turn.
All right. I'm going to fire with both of my Silver Star Model A's. Right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Until he drops. So
Okay.
I'm not going to continue firing if he drops. Okay, so I'm going to aim. And I got a 1. So first one misses. I'm going to aim again with my left hand. Got a 3. Accuracy. Oops, wrong one. Accuracy is a 1. So another miss. Dang, I'm not doing good. All right, so then my right hand got a 6 with the aim and a 3 with the accuracy.
Okay. Do you want to make critical damage?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll have
good.
to roll. I'm going to roll 4 times.
Okay.
a 1. So I'm going to use a luck point to negate that.
All right.
5, 4, 2.
Okay. So that deals 2 critical damage. You're using the Model A, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So with 2 critical damage, he drops as well. He falls to his knees. Blood comes out of his mouth. He coughs, and then he just falls.
Sweet.
So that is the end of Edda's turn, unless you want to do more.
No, I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. After he falls dead, a man peeks into the doorway and he says, "What's going on? Why are y'all shooting?" And he looks down at the dead bodies and then looks at you guys and draws his gun.
Ah,
So
this guy. Alright, well, shit, I guess I'll shoot him. God damn it. Okay, I got a 6 into 4.
but would you like to make aim checks to critical him?
Yeah, might as well. Let's go for it. Let's do 4.
Okay.
I missed one of them, so.
All right. Well, it still does hit him, so he is wounded.
Uh-huh. Alright, and then, when you, at the beginning of this, when you asked which gun we had,
Mhm.
was that like, which one do we have out, or what all do we have on
I
us?
consider that you guys have all of your weapons.
Okay, cool. So, I guess, would it be free to just drop a gun?
Yeah, if you want to just drop it, that'd be no action points.
Alright, so drop, and then draw my Baron Plainsman. So I have 3 more action points. I will use it to cock and fire. Alright, so that's a 5 for the aim and a 2 for the accuracy. We'll hit him with 4 checks, I guess.
Okay.
That's the standard.
Yeah, you gotta maybe get a higher caliber gun so that you can.
I mean, it seems to be working out. I got 3, 3, 3, 5.
Okay, yeah. All right, that one gets him. He falls back away from the doorway and like rolls down the stairs into the street. And then after he falls, that is Jed's turn. You have 1 action point left, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to use that on anything.
You don't want to cock the weapon too?
Yeah, might as well, just in case.
Okay. All right. After that guy falls back, another man jumps into the doorway, his gun already ready and aimed. So I'm going to have Sam.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have you make a speed check. Since it's your turn, I'm going to have you see if your reactions are quick enough.
Okay.
If he wins, he's going to shoot one of you. If you
Uh-huh.
win, then you'll get a chance to hit him.
Okay. Speed check. Here we go. 7.
You got a 2. Okay, you're first.
Ooh.
You rolled pretty poorly.
Okay. I'm going to open and eject as 1 action, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna open and eject.
You already have a shell left though.
Yeah, but I want 2 shells in there.
God damn it. Okay. So this guy pops through the doorway and you rush to reload your shotgun.
I'm that quick, boy. So I'm gonna load in a shell, close it, and I'm gonna aim at this man. I'm gonna shoot one. I'm gonna shoot 1 shot. I'm gonna shoot 1 shot.
Okay. There's 1 aim check.
Got a 5. All right, I got a 5. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna roll again for some crit damage. I got a 4.
Okay. Now, so at this range, your spread modifier is 1d2. So go ahead and roll essentially any dice.
Any dice, and then just half bit, right?
No. What dice are you
Just
gonna roll?
I can roll it with D4.
Okay. So 1 and 2 is a 1, 3 and 4 is a 2.
Okay. Well, I got a 3. Thank
Okay.
God.
So you deal 3 bonus damage for a total of 4 critical damage to this guy. So
Okay.
that hits him right in the gut,
Ooh.
fills him full of buckshot, and he flies back from the door and lands in the street, and he's not moving.
Shit.
And then in the silence, as that last shot echoes out, you don't hear any more movement for a few seconds. And then the bank tellers behind you, you hear them rustle as they pull up and peek over the counter. And one of them says, "Is it over?"
Think so. You're welcome. Check out what pistols those guys were carrying.
I'm
Okay.
gonna refill my shotgun and then just, check outside to make sure that, no one's running away or anything.
Okay, Lux, the guy with the pistol on the inside, he was actually holding a Solomon Coyote.
Ooh! I snatched that up.
So a
What kind of
Solomon
ammo?
that uses small short. A Solomon Coyote is, you are just collecting double actions at this point. A
I know, I
Solomon
love 'em.
Coyote is basically the Solomon Bronco, but double action.
Hell yeah.
So it's one of the fastest firing, fastest reloading pistols available.
Heck
The only
yeah.
thing better than that is a Timberwolf.
Yeah. I want a Timberwolf real bad. Okay. And the other pistol holders got a what?
The guy in the streets, he just had a Solomon Bronco.
Okay. Not interested. Oh, and I also want to check and see how much money the two dudes with the pistols had on them.
Okay. The first guy that you look through, he had $9.32. Next guy had $7.81.
Okay. Do any of them have any other things of interest or note on them?
I'll say the guy with the Solomon Coyote also had a Solomon speed loader.
Oh yeah. Snatching that up too.
Does anybody want the shotgun or the rifle?
What was the rifle?
The guy with the rifle, he had a Solomon Eagle, which is a pretty decent gun.
No, it looks kind of trash.
It uses medium long ammo, and it's got the highest accuracy out of any kind of weapon. It's also a rifle that can fire 2 barrels at once.
Hey. What does that critical damage say?
0,
Oh, okay, cool.
which is literally the second highest out of all weapons.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say second highest?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, so it's not first.
Well, technically, since you fired 2 barrels at once, it is essentially exactly the same as your rifle.
How about you just go ahead and get that shit out of my face?
Okay.
Maybe
Okay.
that's why he died. Have you thought about that?
Oh my god.
No, I didn't.
He has a
Actually,
good point.
I'll give you supposed to get some better weapons next time.
I don't think the
Oh my
weapons were the
goodness.
problem. You guys got the drop on them.
Yeah, we're just too awesome. Okay, what's that shotgun? The shotgun.
The guy with the shotgun, he had a Baron Coachman.
How much money did the guy that I blew out the door have?
$7.34.
I guess I'll scrounge around for small short ammo if any of them have it.
You said $7.41.
34 cents.
34 cents.
Let's see. The last guy who was killed, the one who was shot by Sam, he had some small short on him.
How much small?
He had 17 rounds.
17?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll add that to the collection.
Lux, the guy with the Solomon Coyote, he had 20 small short rounds.
Nice. Thank you.
Cleo, what were you saying?
What ammo did Jed just pick up?
Oh, that was a small short.
Okay. And then the guy with the shotgun, how much ammo did he have on him?
He had 7 shotgun shells.
Oh, perfect. I'm gonna grab those.
Okay.
Any objections?
Nope.
Okay.
Really quick, I'm just going to do a little recap. So last time we played, you guys drove on a coach towards Fremont, and you were set upon by a gang of bandits. And you guys blasted him full of bullets and then blew his head off with a shotgun. Etta was pretty severely injured. Then you guys took the horses from the dead men and came back into town. You guys claimed a bounty. Etta got some medical attention. And then did a little bit of shopping. And then you were contacted by a man who claimed to be a middleman for a wealthy benefactor. And he said that he is paying you for each of the jobs that you do. And then after that, you guys took your pay, upgraded your weapons, got some new weapons. We are going to cut back to Fremont. We'll say this is now maybe a few days after that job. Just that everybody gets the money. I'm going to say that that was $45 for that job.
Okay.
And of course, you guys also get the pay of any kind of money and weapons and ammo that the people have on them. So I think that's a fair enough amount. So we cut back to Fremont after that job. This is a couple days later. On your way back to Fremont from this town, you guys see a dark cloud over Fremont and flashes of lightning. And as you roll into town, a sudden thunderstorm appears to have collected over Fremont and the surrounding area, casting kind of a dreary ambiance over the town. It's raining. There's kind of low thunder. You don't really see any lightning bolts, just kind of little bits of flashes in the clouds. As you ride into town, there are people rushing from building to building, clutching their hats to their heads, holding their coats closed, trying not to spend too much time outside in the rain and wind. Where would you guys like to head first? I would recommend heading to the chapter house first.
Yeah.
Or the headquarters, I guess.
Go to the chapter house.
Yep.
Okay. So at the headquarters, the ambassador greets you. He, of course, gives each of you guys your check. He also gives each of you like a little leather handbook to put the checks in, and for future use, just because right now it's really rainy, so he wanted to make sure you guys are able to keep it pretty easily.
Thank you.
I'm gonna count my money.
Okay, that's $45.
No, like all the money that I got off of the other guys too.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to be able to retell you. You better have written it down.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, I know. And then I'm gonna start working on cleaning my guns up and reloading them and all that jazz.
Okay. Anybody else have anything? You guys are just going to kind of settle down for now? You hear rain pounding on the roof and the low rumble of thunder. Seems to still be storming. You guys each hear the ambassador knock on your doors, asking you to come to the meeting room of the house because he has a new job for you.
Okay. When we go in there, I am gonna hold up the Solomon Coyote and ask if any of my compatriots would any of you like this weapon? It is pretty nice.
You don't want it?
Well, I've got some pretty decent pistols as it is. Got 4 of them. I don't really think I need another.
It's a double action 5-shot break action revolver, so it's fast to reload, fast to fire, and it uses small short ammo.
It's got a speed loader too.
And a speed loader. So you can reload
Sure.
5 shots for 1 action point.
Jesus Christ, that
Only
sounds
once.
really nice.
And then you would have to put the bullets back into the speed loader to do it again for the next fight.
I'll
Hey.
pass though.
If you're not gonna use it, I'll take it.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And here's a 20 small short ammo to go with it.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
How much? Oh,
20.
you said 20? I thought you said a ton of. I was like,
I'll just add a number.
Just write a ton. How much have you have left? A ton minus a few.
a ton minus a few. That's how much it always is. Okay, so when you guys get to the meeting room, he lets you guys kind of familiarize yourselves, hand weapons and ammo around, and he clears his throat and says, "So, there's a new job from the sponsor, a dangerous one, but the more danger, the more money. Upon completion, you will each be awarded $75 for this job."
Ooh, I like the
Of
sound of
course.
that.
Yeah, you guys have never had a job that gave you $75.
So tell us more about this job.
He says, "There is a gang of bandits we have been attempting to track down, causing trouble with ranches around Fremont. The leader is named Pepper Steve, and he has about a dozen men in his gang, well armed and very dangerous. We believe we have narrowed down the possible whereabouts of their hideout to the town of Bitter Creek or the surrounding area. There are 3 likely places they could be hiding. One is a ranch in the area, the Lazy H Ranch. The owner of the ranch is the only one who hasn't complained about the gang stealing from him, which is odd since he lives alone and is quite advanced in age. He has a lot of land and could very well be hiding Pepper Steve and his men in a barn or cabin or cellar of some sort. There's also an abandoned mine nearby, the Bitter Creek Mine. The owner of the mine struck gold and hired a bunch of men to dig it out, building an entire mining camp in the hills where he got lucky. Unfortunately, after that, no more gold was found, and the owner bankrupted himself, trying to keep the operation going. All of the workers left, and the mine owner was never heard from again. Lastly is the town of Bitter Creek itself. It's an old ghost town established around a creek running downhill from a spring. However, soon after the town was established, people started getting sick, and it was discovered that the water was leaching some toxic material from the ground and poisoning folks in the town. It was abandoned in a hurry, and no one has been back since. Now, of
So
course,
don't drink the water.
Yes, of course, if you're in the area, do not drink from Bitter Creek. This town is going to have probably quite a few houses or businesses that may have been left completely abandoned as people didn't want to carry stuff out. But I would recommend going to the ranch first. It's along the way, and then from the ranch, you would either decide to go to the mine or the town if there was nothing at the ranch.
Okay.
His expression softens for a bit, and he looks at you guys almost kind of worried. He says, "Be careful. These men are not to be underestimated. The odds are not in your favor. Take every precaution and show no mercy. You can be sure they will show none to you."
Well, sounds like we better get outfitted up.
Do you have any questions?
Do we get any kind of backup on this one?
Unfortunately, no. The law out here is spread thin and underfunded as it is.
You said there's about a dozen men.
Yes, Pepper Steve and a gang of about a dozen men.
What can you tell us about Pepper Steve?
He's a very ruthless man, but he's also quite intelligent. He has been very careful not to push the line too far. He hasn't really hurt people too much, mostly just threatening them with killing their livestock, destroying their houses and property. But he's made sure not to push the line so far that the law would need to get involved. So he's been quite a thorn in the side of everybody in and around Fremont.
And then does he have any characteristics that would help us identify him from his men?
He's quite a large man. Usually dresses much better than him, of course. And from what I hear, he has a very expensive gun. I believe it has pearl handle and gold trim on the fixings.
I want him. Leave him to me.
But be very careful. He is a terribly ruthless man. Word right now is that he's kidnapped his own family, and they have not been heard from in a long time.
Jesus.
Now, why would he kidnap his own family?
It's entirely possible that they may have, they knew him too well, and he didn't want anybody who knew him being around. A man who's willing to remove his own family to protect his identity and his whereabouts is a very dangerous man.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yup.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Well,
On our last words.
well, happy.
All right. You guys are. Edda is going towards.
The bank.
Oh, yeah. You guys are all probably going to go to the bank to cash your checks.
Yep.
Yep.
All right. We don't have to get into that too much. We'll just say you guys cash your checks.
Yeah, I'm going to cash my check, but then I'm also going to get another check written out for $24.
All right. And then. So, Edda, you are going to the post office
The
next.
post office. Yep.
Okay. You can just say what you do there. I'm not going to. We don't have to get into it too much.
I'm going to send a $25 check off to someone.
Okay. And so everybody else, Jed, Sam, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go cash my check.
And then after that,
I'll just get ready to head out of town. Hopefully I don't get shot at.
Yeah, I hope you don't get shot at either. It's kind of scary. Say,
What?
Samuel,
Go ahead.
have you ever been shot at?
A few times.
How was it?
Well, I'm still standing here. So worked out in my favor.
Were you scared?
I mean, being scared doesn't help you in this situation, so
But were you?
some days I welcome death. In those moments I weren't.
All right. Let's saddle up, Sam.
so you guys are saddling up and heading out.
Yeah, before we do that, I'm going to fill up my canteen with some fresh, clean water.
So are you guys going to go straight to the ranch? Do you want to skip it?
Yeah, we should go check out the ranch.
Should investigate the ranch.
Yeah.
Let's ranch it up.
Yeehaw.
All right, everybody should be fully healthy. Everybody should have all of their luck points. I know we had a little bit of trouble last time and
Yep.
kind of had to spend a few luck points. So you guys head out towards the ranch. This is the Lazy H Ranch, and the ambassador to the sponsor told you, as far as he knows, the rancher doesn't have like staff. He probably has a pretty simple kind of ranch. She doesn't really have like a bunch of cattle or anything like that. So you get there, and as you're driving up, you see he's got a big old gate, and over the top it has a single H that's kind of like slanted, like an italic H.
Kind of lazy.
And the first thing that you notice when you look around is that, of course, there aren't any people here. The ambassador did say that the guy doesn't have any workers and he lives on his own, no family or anything, so it's not a surprise, but it is kind of strange to see an empty ranch. And it seems pretty sizable, especially for just a single older guy to be maintaining. There is a well, a chicken coop, a pig pen, and what seems like a fence leading off to a big field in the back, probably where he has some cows. Everybody give me perception checks as you ride in.
5.
4.
1.
Okay. Everybody but Jed notices that it seems like there's been a lot of traffic through the gate here. Lots of hoof prints going in and out. And as you guys get a little further in, Jed is a little distracted. We'll just say he got some
Okay.
dust in his eyes. He's not looking around. Actually, I'm sorry, that shouldn't be perception checks. That should be spot checks, but whatever. It's basically the same thing. So everybody but Jed, as you guys get close, I'm guessing you kind of look around a little bit. You
Mhm.
notice, you notice the door is open, and it's just kind of swinging a little bit in the wind.
I'm gonna get off my horse and keep my hands near where my guns are and slowly approach.
All right. Give me a perception check or a spot check.
That's gonna be a 5.
Okay, nice.
All of us?
Just her. She's the only one who's approaching.
Okay.
I'm assuming the rest of you are just going to be on your horses until you say otherwise. As you get closer, you see it looks like there's a blood stain on the porch just under the door. And near the door is a part of the wall with what looks like buckshot holes in it. And you also, as you were getting close, you saw on a fence post nearby, you see a blazer hanging on the fence and kind of fluttering in the wind. Actually, with your perception check earlier, Sam, you would notice this as well. Etta and Sam, you guys give me wisdom checks. It's a blazer jacket.
1.
2.
Okay. You guys, Sam, you notice that this jacket looks a little bit familiar. It seems kind of dirty, a little dusty. It looks kind of familiar though.
Hmm.
You guys have been in town for a little while now, and you feel like this is a jacket that you've seen somebody wear in town.
Shit. Okay. Oh fuck. Okay. Well, let me do some stuff. I want to hop off the horse and I want to get Jed's attention since he's just kind of looking around.
Hey,
What?
also, really quick, I just want to cut back to Lux. Lux, you were saying you were walking somewhere?
I was walking towards the door.
Okay. When you get to the door, there doesn't seem to be too many clues or anything out of place. All you notice is the welcome mat on the inside of the door is kind of scuffled around the buckshot in the wall and the blood on the doorstep, and it just clearly looks like there was some kind of a struggle and then someone got hurt.
All right, so Samuel and Jed are working on getting off their horses when approaching this door.
I'm not approaching that door. What the fuck's wrong with you?
All right, so I'm gonna
Kinda-
slowly try to nudge the door open with my foot while
It's open.
remaining
Jesus
like kind of
Christ.
to the side,
The door's open. You were able to see inside.
like fully open.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, okay.
That was the first thing that you noticed, was that the door was just hanging open.
I thought you said that it was like waving in the wind, so it'd be kind of closed a little bit.
Well, I mean, it's moving around in the wind a little bit, but it's open.
Okay.
Etta,
Okay.
can you slow down, please?
Okay.
Just gonna walk in without us?
Yeah, the buckshot you saw was on an inside wall,
Okay.
and the rug that was scuffled around was inside as well.
Can I
say, boys, are you coming?
did you say where the tracks led off to?
The horse tracks in the gate,
Yeah.
they just lead off into the field. Like it just people have been leaving and going away. Give me a wisdom check, I guess. Another one.
Check. Okay. 3.
Okay. It looks like that's probably going in the direction of the town of Bitter Creek.
Okay. These tracks look like they head off into town. If we don't find anything here, that might be a good place to go next.
Yeah,
Edit.
I'm not sure we're gonna find anything. Looks like there is a struggle in here.
So I'm gonna pick up the blazer and look at it, see if there's any like identification inside of it or anything like that.
Okay. You don't really see all too much. Looks like there's a pack of cigarettes and not really much else. The pockets are pretty empty.
All right. I hold up the blazer and be like, this looks real familiar, guys. I can't put my hand on it, but I think I remember someone wearing this.
Okay, moment of
make-
truth. Jed,
Oh, yes.
the final attempt we have at this. Make a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. All right, 1d4. Here we go.
Jesus.
my
2.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Aw.
Rolls a 1.
The DC. I'm just going to tell you the DC to remember is 4.
Ah,
So
metagaming, I have an idea.
looks
but-
kind of familiar.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to spend a luck point, that I can help a little bit.
Nah,
Okay. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
it's just a jacket. All right, so
Jed and Sam, give me some perception checks.
okay,
Shit.
7.
7.
Nice. Okay. You guys see what looks like some drag marks leading around the house, kind of near the fence. Looks like something large was dragged into one of the fields nearby.
Okay. Are you saying from the back of the house?
From the front of the house.
From the front of the house?
Yeah, around.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to the drag marks and see if they had any like blood or anything on it.
It's kind of hard to tell. Give me a spot check.
I could do that. A 4?
Yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of blood.
Okay. Well, whatever struggle was going on in there, it must have ended up with someone being carried off.
How much you want to bet it's the owner of this lazy H?
I wouldn't put it past it. So do you guys want to still go inside and check, or do you want to go follow these drag marks?
I'm going inside.
How far into the field can we see the drag marks?
It's kind of a little bit of a hill. You can't really quite see into the field. You can see it's dragged kind of up towards, like there's like an opening in the fences, and it looks like the drag marks go, like all the broken down grass and stuff goes into the field there.
Okay. Hey Sam, you
What's
want to
up?
back up Etta in there? I'll follow
Are you-
this trail.
Okay.
I draw
All
my
right.
Baron Trail Boss plus.
Okay.
Don't get into any trouble now.
I tip my hat.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out the shoddy and walk inside with Etta.
All right. First, we'll start with Etta and Sam. You guys go into the house, and in the open living room, there doesn't really seem to be much there. It's decently furnished. It's got chairs, tables. It's got like a painting over his mantelpiece. It's not super fancy, but it's not bad.
Is it just one room or are there multiple rooms?
There are other rooms, yeah. This is just the living room.
Okay. I'm gonna very quietly go to another room and open the door with
Okay.
my Simon Timberwolf
All
at
right.
the ready.
First, what are you wanting? What are you doing? Are you looking for people? Because you can make like a listen check to see if you hear anybody. You can call
yeah,
out,
I'll do that. I'll
or you
listen.
can just. I'm not going to narrate you walking between doors. Just tell me if
Okay.
you're wanting to look for people.
I'm wanting to look for people.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
1.
I was just about to say as long as it's not a 1. You glance down the hallway, and at first you think that it's a room, and you don't see anybody, and you turn back around.
Okay.
Good searching.
Clear.
Thanks.
Got a being over here.
Um,
Greatest search engine.
can I do like a spot check to see if I can see where like the blood originally came from and where whatever was inside was dragged from?
The blood on the doorway is pooled blood.
Okay. Oh, damn.
Whatever happened, it happened right there. And the buckshot in the wall kind of hints at someone having been shot by a shotgun.
Okay. I'll do a listen check to see if I hear anybody still in the house.
Okay, go ahead.
10.
You hear the only sound that you hear is just like shutters and the door swinging in the wind. You hear Edda walking around, but other than that, there's doesn't seem to be anything else. You are also able to hear Jed walking into the field.
Okay. It doesn't seem like there's anyone left here. I think we should go ahead and follow
Follow Jed.
Jed into town, unless you want to look for stuff to salvage, but we could do that when we come back.
Jed's not going into town; he's going into the field.
Yeah, we don't need to salvage. This belongs to somebody. If he's still alive, he might not take so kindly.
Okay. Salvage.
All right. We are going to go back to Jed really quick. So
Who's going to town in the field?
You are heading out to. You're following the drag marks into the field. When you get out there, you see that there was what was most likely a shallow grave.
Oh, jeez.
It looks like someone was dragged out here and buried, but it seems to have been dug up, and there's no body inside.
Oh. Oh my god.
Do you want to make any spot checks or even a wisdom check or something?
Absolutely.
Your wisdom is
Spot.
really good.
My wisdom is not. I'm not a wise man, but I can see.
I'm sure you can.
I can see. Low bar. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make spot checks in and around the grave. Got a 6.
Okay. It looks like this was dug up by coyotes at one point, and there's kind of some blood and some shreds of clothing. It seems like the coyotes had gotten into the grave and started chewing at whoever was buried here. But then it seems like it was then uncovered, not by coyotes. Some of the coyote prints have been covered over with footprints and like scuffed up. And you also notice that there are more drag marks. There are the ones leading back to the front of the house, but now there appear to be some that lead out around the back of the house.
Interesting. I'd like to follow the newly discovered trail.
Okay, give me a perception check.
2.
Yeah, you are able to follow the drag marks, and you're able to see like from the fence because the field is a little bit elevated. You're able to see this leads to the back of the house, and there seems to be another grave that had been dug just behind the house. And from the field, you can see that there's a hat on top of the grave.
And the grave does not appear to be dug up.
No,
Seems
this
just to be
grave is
fresh.
intact and definitely pretty fresh.
Okay. I'll approach it.
Okay. You get closer and you see the hat is upside down, kind of the inside of the hat facing upward, and there seems to be something inside the hat as well.
Ooh. What could that be?
Do you want to make a perception check? Do you just want to grab it?
Yeah, I'll peek inside the hat.
Okay. It looks like a pocketbook. And it looks like it might have embroidered initials on it too.
I'd like to grab it. What does the hat look like?
Would we have enough time to have come back outside now to meet back up, or?
Yeah, you guys didn't take very long inside the house. I'd say you probably come out as Jed is heading around the back of the house. You might even like see him. In fact, with your like rabbit ears, you probably heard him heading behind the house.
Hey Jed, what did you find?
Dug up grave in the field over there and more drag marks that lead back here to this new grave.
That might be the owner.
Looks pretty fresh. I take it you guys didn't find anything in there?
No.
Didn't hear anything. I don't think the occupant that lived here is here anymore.
Are you guys gonna go meet up with Jed?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Everybody, give me a wisdom check.
1.
I got a 1.
God fucking damn it! You guys are fucked.
I got a 1.
Oh my god! Someone spend a fucking luck point. You
God damn it.
fuckers.
Fine. I spend a luck point. Does that
Alright.
re-roll it or just
No,
count
because
as
you're
success?
not going to be able to get it with your modifier anyway. Here, I'll say you pick up the
I'll
hat.
reroll it.
Okay.
4.
Okay. I'll say you grab the hat from Jed and you dust it off, and when you get some of the dirt and dust off of it, it looks a little bit more familiar. This is James Dunlop's hat.
Oh no.
James Dunlop.
And then you
Who's
realize
Do you know who this hat belongs to? You
Oh, that
remember
was
that
City Boy,
city
wasn't it?
kid? Yeah. That city kid. The city boy.
I don't know, city boy.
The one that was riding with us in the carriage on the way out here.
the
This is
bitch
his
inside
hat.
the carriage.
Yeah.
The one
I
was too
wonder-
afraid to come out and help us, but wouldn't want to give up his guns. What a bitch.
you guys realize that the blazer that was on the fence post is also the blazer that he was wearing, but it's clearly covered in dust and dirt.
You guys think he was killed out here too? Could have been one of
Man.
his graves, this one.
Man, just don't leave his hat in the dirt like this.
Now, what's that inside the hat that you got there?
Well, you have the hat now.
Well, I thought you picked up the thing that was inside the hat.
We didn't know it was. Yeah, Jed, you look down and realize you're holding something.
Huh?
You had forgotten because you have
It's
a
a
2 wisdom.
it's a pocketbook.
You see
What?
the initials. It's kind of hard to read. They look a little bit faded. The first initial is a J, but the second one is maybe a B or a D. It's kind of faded, so you can't be fully certain.
Must have been his pocketbook. Kind of thumbed through it.
Yeah. You look through it, and there isn't really all that much in there, but you do see an address and a name. The address is from the city. It's a woman's name, and then the address under it is from the city.
City meaning Fremont.
No, the city, like not the plains.
Big
Yeah.
city boy.
Yeah.
City.
But other
Okay.
than that, the pocketbook appears to have been picked through, and there's no like money or anything in it.
Okay.
So you said that there were drag marks from the open grave to here, Jed?
Yeah, from the open grave right around to here. I motion to the freshly dug and packed grave.
Now, I wonder why someone would do such a thing. Move a corpse.
I don't know.
And do you think if this is James's grave, then where's the owner of the Lazy H?
Shit, maybe he did it.
That means he might be returning.
I don't know if we're gonna find any more answers here.
Probably not.
I think we should get ahead onto the town.
Sounds like a good idea.
Anyone curious to see how shot up he was?
Are you suggesting we dig up this grave?
I was just sitting here trying to figure out a reason for someone to dig up the grave, but
Oh my goodness.
now that
boys.
sounds disrespectful. No good's gonna come of digging up a grave like that.
I'm just saying, he might have some additional information since we don't know why he came out here.
He said he was coming out here for work, so he probably came out to the Lazy H to work for the gentleman who owns it.
Now, why would a city boy be coming out to work on a ranch?
Maybe it's his uncle or something.
Could be.
Could not be. But we won't know unless we dig it up.
I will have no part of this. I step
It's
away,
already been
remove
once
my hat.
dug up.
All right, look, if you're just gonna be little bitches about it, I'll do it myself. Get out of the way. Can I do a perception check to get an idea of how how deep the hole is?
It seems pretty deep. The other one was a shallow grave, but this is a proper grave. It'll probably take a few hours to dig up.
And second thought, I don't feel like wasting that much energy.
You take the shovel, you like dig it in, scoop out one scoop of dirt, and you stand up, kind of stretch, and like, oh man, hard work. Fuck it.
Where's the sun at in the sky?
It is probably a little bit into the afternoon right now.
Okay. We might want to get a make it.
Yeah,
before
make
sun
use of the
goes down.
daylight while we have it.
Yep.
All
All right,
right.
so I'm gonna go get on my horse and ready to head into Bitter Creek.
All right, we getting back on our horses?
Yep.
All right, let's head out.
Giddy up.
All right, you guys are heading towards Bitter Creek.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any ill will against that man, but it pleases me that he's dead.
So it sounds like you have ill will.
That's it. Yeah.
No, I just, don't like people that are little bitches. That's all.